I guess somebody came to the table, already decided that they got a committee structure set in place, and I'm just baffled as to why the discussion stops at, oh yeah, we're combining the two committees Ms. Danile wants to combine. I mean, just, I'm not suggesting it's a bad idea, but to suggest that there's nothing else to talk about the standing committee structure, I think we all know there's certain aspects that work well and certain things that need to be refined. So I don't know why we're just trying to, again, push through what appears someone had already planned to push through before they showed up at the meeting.
These are not preconceived plans. You were reached out to, you did not respond, and
So by who?
Okay, one at a time.
By
Councilman
various
Danile, go ahead.
council members, by myself, by Deputy Mayor Ritchie. You don't respond, and then you come here to the council meetings and make a big fuss in public that people aren't talking to you when people reach out to you and you don't respond.
Don't respond.
Okay,
Yeah.
Councilman Vassanella,
Right.
go ahead.
You can't.
So
you
you've
cannot claim
responded
that
to requests
no
to
one's
discuss
talking to you.
Let's do one.
standing committees?
Let's do
Well,
one at a time.
I'm asking a question.
Everything.
Okay,
So
we're going to do
you've
one at a time.
discussed
Councilman
with every
Vassanella, go
council
ahead.
member?
Come back.
So, of course,
No,
we don't pass the torch to
It's
Ms.
that
Danile
people
and Ms.
respond.
Ritchie to decide the structure of how this town's going to operate. We're not participating in a discussion. I like to have some discussions in public. I thought this is what it was about. I thought it was about letting the public see how we do business and not having every decision made behind closed doors.
Please
And
don't twist this. The public sees
Okay,
what
let's,
is done at the council level. There are
Councilman Danile, go ahead.
meetings that are held that the public doesn't come to.
I know, I've seen them where
Okay,
you and
let's-
6
one-
other
one time.
council members met to
Councilwoman
make
Danile-
decisions.
Let Councilwoman Danile finish, then we can have an open discussion.
It's,
Go ahead.
it's very frustrating when people reach out to you and you don't respond, and then in public you make accusations about things that aren't true. I don't know why you do it. I really don't know what your agenda is. We are doing things in an orderly fashion. We have reached out. Everyone talks to one another except for you.
Okay, I'm going to respond, Mr.
Councilman
Mayor.
Vassanella. And
Well, Mr. Regan's
try and
not here.
Wrap it up as much as...
Mr. Regan's not here, but I'm going to go as far to say I've discussed a variety of things with him. Mr. Prasad's here. He can correct me if I'm wrong, discussed in detail who we thought, ideas of who would best serve Franklin. Even in a bipartisan manner, I've discussed in detail just today with our mayor. He'll correct me if I'm wrong. I think what Ms. Danile is referring to is I don't sign up to do what her and Ms. Ritchie have decided is best for Franklin, and I like discussions to be more open, inclusive, and from what I know of politics, especially on a local level, we have what's called a municipal committee, and a municipal committee comprised of almost 100 people, where you have various boards, committees, subcommittees, an executive board and a chair. And it's common knowledge, actually part of the bylaws that you signed on to when the committee helped get you elected. But in the last 3 months, I know of about 15 instances where you basically thumbed your nose, just like Ms. Ritchie and several other members of council. So when you talk about not willing to participate and not willing to discuss, no, I'm not willing to discuss where 1 or 2 people are making up the minds for the entire township, especially when you have a lot of input from a lot of hardworking people within your own party and outside of your party. So I have no problem going into a detailed discussion. We could do it next week if you'd like, as far as your availability to discuss things with a municipal committee and their executive board.
Okay, is that going to end the...
Mayor?
Okay, Deputy Mayor Ritchie, go ahead.
This is becoming excruciating. Those of us who came here tonight, we reviewed the community service applications, we have discussed our recommendations, they are recommendations, we have put them forth, and we are ready to act.